listening to Those Are the Girls. I'm one of the hosts, Mallory.
And I'm Bailey. And today we've got a super exciting guest with us, the host of one of our favorites, Poplitics, Alex Clark.
Hey, you guys, I'm so excited to be a part and hanging out with those other girls.
Yes. I love this. Thank you so much for coming on. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, you guys are so sweet, and I always see you guys in the comments and everything, Poplitics and everything, being so supportive and everything, and I love that. We got to support women, got to support other women in the conservative movement. Very exciting.
Yes,
ma'am. Yes. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and get started, and everyone, all we're really doing is just talking to Alex, and we're just doing some fun girl chat in this very exciting episode. So, Alex, our first question is going to be a pretty easy one. Well, it could be easy depending on how you feel about this question. What is your favorite movie?
Okay, my very favorite movie of all time is Sleepless in Seattle with Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan. Have you seen that? It's a classic chick flick.
I have not, but everyone says I should see it. I know.
It is so good, and I'm really obsessed with all of the old Meg Ryan chick flicks, like When Harry Met Sally and stuff like that. If you are a romance movie person, it's a must-see. And Sleepless in Seattle is, she's actually, I believe, engaged to somebody else, or she's dating somebody else anyway, and she hears this guy's voice on the radio and falls in love with it. And then she travels across the country to meet him on Valentine's Day and do all this stuff. She just falls in love with this guy's voice, and it is so good. And I love it too because I was in radio before I worked for Turning Point USA. So to me, there's all sorts of little connections to that I just absolutely love.
Yeah, wait, I really like that. Falling in love, hearing his voice on the radio.
I know.
I really
it's
like
very
that.
Cute. It's very cute.
So that makes me wonder if you're a big radio fan. My favorite show is Frasier, who has a radio talk show. Have you seen it? Are you a fan of it?
Okay, I know what it is, but you know what? I cover pop culture, and that is one show that I have not seen, even though I know it's a classic. Now, I've seen bits and pieces. So my parents watched it a lot when I was growing up and stuff. So I've seen it on. But I haven't ever watched it, but I know that everyone says how funny it is, and I would probably like it.
I have a Frasier tattoo. I have a dog named after Frasier. I'm a fan.
My mom thinks it's like top tier comedy. Like if you get her talking about it, she thinks it is the funniest. That and Seinfeld. She just thinks those are the best shows on television. Nothing's been created like it since.
See, to me, that thing for me is The Office.
Yes.
I'm gonna get a tattoo of a TV show or something. That is my all-time favorite. Watch it over and over and over again. I like to go to office trivia nights when like bars and my friends do those. Oh yeah. It's the whole thing for me.
Yeah. What about, have you guys seen Community, the show Community?
I have seen a couple clips of that, but I haven't. I think I might have actually seen the first episode and I just didn't love it, but I'm a huge stickler. My friends know this about me. I will watch an episode of any show and within like 5 minutes, I'm either in love with it or I've given up, which I know is the wrong way to do TV.
No, I'm the same way though.
But I am really hard to impress, and if you lose me, like I have tried to watch House of Cards, I mean, at least 25 times. I will start that first episode. I've seen that first episode so many times, and I'm always like, I hate this. I can't go on. Every time I'm like, I'm going to try, and I can't.
No, I'm the same way with first episodes, especially. Like, if you can't get me within the first episode, I generally just won't watch the rest.
But, I have friends that'll be like, Alex, you just got to get to season 3. I'm like, I do not have time to watch a show that I don't like for 3 seasons.
Right.
What do you think?
I tell my husband that all the time. I'm like, just give it another season. It's fine. You'll like it. And he hates laugh tracks. He can't do laugh tracks. So everything is just...
I am the same way about laugh tracks. That's why I'm not a Friends fan.
Me neither. Oh my goodness. Wow. Oh, sister, there's not many of us out there.
I know it. And so we're really the anomaly there, but it's totally the laugh track. Never liked How I Met Your Mother. It's sitcoms like that. I don't need you to tell me when to laugh. Tell me when to laugh, You're either funny or not.
Yes. Good point. Okay, Bailey, you got another question?
Yeah, so Alex, I always admire your sense of style. So how would you describe your fashion sense and where are your favorite places to shop?
Ooh,
Thank
good one.
you very much for saying that. Before I got into radio which led me to here hosting Poplitics with Turning Point USA, I actually wanted to pursue a career in fashion, and I'm quoted in my senior yearbook saying that I'm going to work for Teen Vogue. I'm so glad that didn't pan out because that turned into a leftist rag, but I was obsessed with it, from a fashion standpoint. I just thought it was so cool. And I thought, oh, how neat. I'll always be able to stay connected to young women if I'm working for a publication like Teen Vogue. And I thought I was going to go to school for fashion merchandising and journalism. And then I ended up doing a total 180 and doing radio. And I didn't even actually get a college degree. So I definitely would describe myself as very trendy. I'm really all over the place. Like if you watch Poplitics, then one day I'll be in like a Princess Diana, very 80s get up. And then like today I've got like a crop top and jeans on and big earrings and look a little bit more trendy and modern. So it's my style. I love it all. I would say my favorite decade for fashion is probably the 70s.
Yes.
I love 70s influences. I love like big fur coats in fall, but I live in Arizona now and we don't have fall. So honestly, I feel like my sense of style thrives in the fall. And I don't really get that here because in Arizona, in Phoenix anyway, you just have one very long summer. So I do my best. But did you ask me where I like to shop?
Yeah.
Okay. I love Revolve. I get a lot of stuff on Revolve. I love ASOS.
Love ASOS.
Yeah, and I'm the global brand ambassador for Culture of Life, which is a fashion brand that's pro-life fashion brand. All proceeds go to pro-life causes when you shop with them. So I wear a lot of stuff from them now. I really am all over the place. I don't discriminate. What I've been loving lately is Abercrombie. They've been bringing it back. They got very cute again. They redid their entire their entire look. They added new colors. There was a long time when I was growing up, when I was in high school, you weren't allowed, because I worked for Hollister part-time when I was in high school, and they did not allow the color black. I think navy was the darkest color that they had. They were just like, black is too edgy. It's not on brand. Like they wanted a lot of soft colors, like whites, pinks, like they wanted stuff like that. And now Abercrombie's brought back black again and some more neutrals and stuff like that. And I love their bodysuits. So, don't sleep on Abercrombie. They've really done an overhaul.
All right.
Yeah, I haven't thought about them in years.
I know. They got so lame for a while, and I'm telling you, they're cute again. So you have to go check it out.
Yeah, all right. Definitely will. Okay. All right. So next question. What is your favorite book, like a fiction book?
A book that really captivated me fiction-wise, when I was in 7th grade, I read The Lovely Bones. Did you guys ever watch that or see the movie when it came out?
I saw the movie a long time ago.
Yeah, it's about a girl, and she gets abducted, raped, and murdered by her neighbor, a young girl, like she's, 12 years old or something. And it's a suspense thriller. And it is one of my favorite books of all time. I also love The Time Traveler's Wife. That was also made into a movie.
Oh, yeah.
Time Traveler's Wife is thick, but it is about two people that fall in love, and the guy is a time traveler, and he visits her at all these different stages in her life, growing up to being an adult, and they are married and everything, and he's still time traveling, and it's just breathtaking. So those are probably my top 2 fiction books.
You seem like you're also a hopeless romantic like me, like anything romantic, movies, songs, books. Is that true?
Well, 100%. That's why I love Taylor Swift.
There's a topic.
That is Bailey's favorite.
I know. every word to every song, released or unreleased. Like, if it's on YouTube or it can be found, I know it. Disappointed with her politics talk recently, but I will always be a diehard Swiftie.
That's how I feel too, girl. I'm the same way. Anytime I ever talk about Taylor on the show or anything, I always get like, why do you like her? She's a liberal. And I'm like, dude, if I cut out every single artist, celebrity, movie, TV show, whatever, because they are liberal, I would have nothing to watch. I'd be sitting in a dark padded room every single day. I don't understand it. Like, the conservatives, this is one thing I get on conservatives about, was when they're like, why do you care about pop culture? Like, they're all liberals. Like, okay, well, I enjoy that kind of stuff too. I can still say what she says, when she says things that are wrong, I'll still say what they are. But
sure.
As far as her craft goes, I can look beyond her politics and say she's still a talented artist and songwriter. I don't know what's so hard about that for some conservatives, but here we are.
No, for real. Like, I think people forget you can like kind of separate someone's political views from their craft. Like, just because someone doesn't agree with it doesn't mean they're not talented. Like,
that's the thing, conservatives can do that. It's not hard for me to do that. For a few conservatives, it seems hard for them when it comes to like liberal celebrities, but for the most part, you see that kind of stuff on the left. They
right.
don't want to be friends with conservatives, you know what I mean? So, or you can't like someone, they're canceled because they're conservative. So I'm just like, listen, we're not trying to be like that, guys. Like, get it together.
Yeah, for real.
Well, we were talking about one of Taylor Swift's quotes from her documentary, where she talks about, I want to wear pink and talk about politics.
Was that not made for me?
That's what I said too. That's exactly
how
what
we
I
feel.
said.
So, because our show, we're all about super girly, sparkly, pink, pretty, and so we're actually kind of thinking that we're the political princesses, like all of us who are super girly and into politics. Like, that's our name.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're Cuteservatives. I love that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's my vision for Poplitics, 100%. Is, we are very into fashion, beauty, politics, pop culture. We're not deficient in pop culture. We've got it all going on. We're not this stereotype that the left tries to paint us out to be like, we're cute, we like Taylor Swift, we want to keep up with the Kardashians, and we want to keep up with what's going on in the White House. What's the big deal? Why can't we have both?
Yes, exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Yeah, and like also the idea of when you go into workspaces, you don't have to wear like the boring all black or gray suits. Like, if you want to wear like a dress, I mean, obviously be appropriate, but if you want to wear a dress that throw in a little bit of color, that's okay. As long as you get the work done.
Girl, back when I was in my office, when I actually went to work, which has been so long now, I don't barely remember it. But when I would go, I had a pink, like a salmon pink suit that I would wear, and I felt so legally blonde in it. It was great.
Love it.
Love a power suit.
Yes. Okay. I think it's your turn, Bailey.
Yeah, so getting into, I guess, some more deep questions. Do you think that the silent majority is going to win out come November?
Ooh, good question.
Okay, so one thing that I thought was interesting was all of these polls that are saying that Biden's in the lead. But then when you ask people also, okay, so like let me switch this over. All of these polls that are saying that Biden's in the lead, I just want to know, why do you think in this cancel culture that we're living in, why do you think that you calling someone on the phone and saying like, hi, I know you don't know me, but I want to know if you support Trump. Like, you think people are really going to be open and be willing to share that? No, like, they're terrified. There was a teacher, I believe in Michigan this week, who all he tweeted was, I support President Trump, or no, I don't even think he said I support you. He just said Trump is the president. That's all I'm going to say, or something like that. It was so minor. He didn't even say anything about policy, nothing, and he got fired. So why do you think someone's going to tell a complete stranger on the phone that, yeah, they're a Trump supporter? It's not going to happen. So I don't believe the polls for that reason. I just think we have to wait. And also, when they poll, they're asking 1,000 people. That's very, very small small numbers. So I think just like in 2016, we'll wait and see in November. I hope that we win out. I keep really pressing for people to get over this silent majority thing. I think that it's a death sentence for the conservative movement to continue to allow us to have a silent majority. I mean, there's always going to be at least some people that are silent about their political views on either side. They're scared to share them. But like, if we don't get over that fear, we're doomed. So that's what I hope that Poplitics does, especially with young women, encourages young women to see that there is a sense of community. There are friends to be made that have similar views to you. We need to all be very confident and willing to speak out about why we are conservative and say that, yes, we are conservative. Otherwise, the left will just get louder and louder and completely overtake us. And that's what they want to do. And right now they're doing a good job with that.
Yeah, we met Mallory and I through Cuteservatives, and we think it's a fantastic community. We love it. We love all the girls on there. It's so supportive. It's really changed my whole mindset just going on my social media page and seeing people who have similar views. And that's what she and I are hoping to do with this show as well, is, kind of create a platform even bigger with, add more people to the Cuteservatives group, get people on board. Because it's made me much more confident in speaking out about my views, and hopefully this show will help with that too.
I love that so much that you guys met in Cuteservatives. I didn't know that part. I love that.
Yeah.
Very, very exciting. That really means a lot to me and gives me hope. I hope that a lot of the girls in there, when they're going to their meetups or whatever, just becoming even social media friends, that it empowers them and emboldens them. And that we keep growing it. I want the Cuteservative movement to be a movement within a movement within a movement.
I think that's what you started, so good job.
Yeah, seriously. And to your point about the silent majority, Allie Stuckey, I don't remember if it was yesterday or the day before yesterday, she tweeted something about how the only way we're going to make some changes if everybody has to start talking now. Like, we can't be silent anymore, or we're going to lose the country, basically.
Exactly. It's easy, I think, for a business too to fire somebody for their views when it's only one person. It's like, okay, whatever. But we know that there's a lot more of that in our office spaces, in our college classrooms.
Right.
There's a lot more people that share our views, but if only one person's willing to speak up, it's easy to go after them. But if half of your office is like, no, we all support the president. I don't think that a business is going to be as likely to be like, okay, well, then all of you are fired for being conservative. I don't think that's the case. So yeah, we do have to stand up. There's power in numbers.
Yeah, that's great advice.
Yeah. Okay, a less serious question. What is your Chick-fil A order?
Number 5 8 count, with 1 Chick-fil-A sauce and a Dr. Pepper, and sometimes a high C fruit punch, but it's one of those always. It depends on my mood. Okay. And a life hack is order your chicken nuggets well done. You know how sometimes you go to Chick-fil-A and the breading is almost like, it's like soggy, it's like softer, and then sometimes it's really crunchy. I think it tastes better when the breading is really crunchy. You have to get it consistent, because they're never consistent. That's I have a couple complaints now with Chick-fil-A, but my biggest complaint is that they're not consistent in the way that they make their nuggets. Like, it just depends. So if you want them on the crispier side, say, I would like my nuggets well done, please.
Same thing with fries. Either order them without salt or well done, and they come out like fresh as can be, crispy. They're amazing.
Such a life hack.
Did not know either one of those things. I do have a question. You said 1 Chick-fil-A sauce. Why 1?
I only ever need 1, and I hate it when they give me like 8 sauces. I just feel like so I always tell them specifically, I only want 1, because that's all I ever use.
Okay.
Smart. Don't be wasteful. I like it.
Okay.
All right, Alex. So the next question that I have for you, also on the fun side, what is your ideal date?
Ooh, dating. I really am a simple, like, I love a dinner and drink situation, but I hate dates on Sundays for a first date.
Okay.
I think when you're dating and you're in an established relationship, Sunday dates are fine, like hanging out on Sundays, obviously. But for the first date, I just feel like it's very unsexy. And it's not like you're trying to be, it's not, and I don't mean unsexy, like it's not sexual, because on a first date, I don't think that should be happening, or for a while. But I'm just saying that, like, there's like a romance to it being a Friday night or a Saturday night. And it's like candlelit or whatever. It's just like, I don't know what it is. It just, you look more attractive in that kind of lighting, you know. I don't want all the bright, like, I don't want Sunday brunch sun, you know, on me when I'm like trying to get to know you for the first time. I'm just like, it's too much of me is exposed. So I prefer nighttime, Friday night, Saturday night for sure. And then I'm also not opposed to like a group situation. Like, would you like to come to the lake with me or something like that with like some friends or things like that. Like, I love that. And I think, you can be a little bit more comfortable when you've got a couple of your friends there and you're hanging out, and like a lake setting is super fun. And I don't know. I love that too.
Okay. So I actually have 2 questions on what you said there. The first one, so you would consider group dates, or I guess, well, it's in the name, but you would consider like a group hangout a date?
Okay. If you have been talking for a while,
okay,
and you're getting to know each other and you're deciding if you want to go out on a date, I think that it's a really good way to gauge, hey, is this someone that I would like to seriously take out and pursue, by inviting them to go out with you and just like kind of get to know them a little bit better. Now, I'm against like just straight up asking someone on a date and like going to dinner right away. I'm just saying, if you got someone in your friend group or something like that you're interested in, but you don't want to freak them out by being like, you know, maybe you don't know if they're ready to be more than friends yet or something. I think it's a way to kind of put the feelers out there and see if they would be interested in more than friends by inviting them to a group setting, like going out on a lake day in the summer. But yeah, if you both are interested in each other and you know that and you want to date, don't ask them on a group date.
Okay.
That's just me.
Perfect.
Then, okay, so my second question is, you said you don't like Sunday dates. How would you feel first time you are going on this date with this guy and he invites you to his church?
Ooh. I don't know how I feel about that for a first date. I kind of feel the same way about going to the movies. It's that you can't talk or get to know each other. It's just like kind of awkward on a first date. Like, I like the idea of going to church together on dates. I don't know that I would do that for the first one, just because I want to get to know you and stuff. And we're sitting there in silence, like listening to a sermon. You're sitting in silence watching a movie. It's just not conducive for like getting to know you conversation.
Yeah.
Like, that's got it. Maybe like on the 3rd or 4th date, you could say, would you like to come to church with me? Would you want to go see a movie together?
Yeah. No, I agree. I think like church dates, especially at the beginning, are a little bit too intimate or too personal, because like church shows your relationship with God, and if I don't know you, you know, I'm not trying to.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
So I like that idea for a little further down the line.
Right.
Very first.
Yeah.
No, I haven't been on a first date in 4 years now that I'm married, so I'm totally forgetting how first dates even worked. But
listen, you're not missing out.
You are not. Don't let anyone fool you.
Hard out here dating in 2020, let me tell you.
I can't even imagine in the quarantine. That sounds...
Oh yeah, that's super weird. That's very weird. Because you know what? You meet up, you go to a restaurant or whatever together, you meet up, and you have the mask on. So first of all, you're like, are you, all you have is their eyes. You like don't even know what they look like really. And, you know, it's so awkward. It's like, here I am. I mean.
That's great. Okay. So one thing that we'd like to do with everyone we interview is a little segment we call Fan or Not a Fan.
Okay.
And so we're going to ask you just kind of a speed round if you're a fan of something or if you're definitely not a fan of something.
Love it. I love these.
Perfect. So I'll start off with, since we were talking about masks, President Trump endorsing face masks.
I'm gonna say fan.
Okay.
Because do I need to explain my answer?
Yeah, you can explain.
I'll say fan. It's not okay. Here's the thing. It's not bad to wear a face mask. It's annoying. I think what a lot of conservatives that give a pushback on face masks, I don't think we'd have such a problem like being willing to wear them if it would have just like stopped there. But obviously it's led to now we need another lockdown. Now you can't go to church. Now you can't do. It's just like it was like the beginning of the end, so to speak.
Yeah.
And I think that we have a little bit of resentment towards that because it just feels like we're saying, sure, take all of our rights away, because that's what it's turning into.
Yeah.
And government mandating mask wearing, I disagree with. I think strongly encouraging it, which is what the president's doing. The president is saying he's not making it like a national, requirement that you have to wear a mask. He's just saying, I'm going to wear one. I'm strongly encouraging you to wear one. I don't have a problem with that. So
Sure.
That's a weird, there's a gray area there, but I'll go ahead and say fan.
Okay, cool. I was reading an article the other day that talked about Garrett Powell from The Bachelor becoming a TPU ambassador. Fan or not a fan?
Oh, fan. We're so excited. Are you kidding me? I'm going to be like one of the first people when he comes to one of our events and stuff to say hi and welcome him to the Turning Point family. Like, we have a crazy cool ambassador program with some of the biggest influencers in the conservative movement, and also people that, maybe they don't work in politics, but they are conservative. And so they have a whole nother audience that they can reach with, wearing the Turning Point merch and all that kind of stuff. So if you're listening to this or watching this and you have 5,000 followers or more on Instagram and stuff, reach out to the Turning Point Ambassador Program, because we are always looking to grow and want to continue to make conservatism cool.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, Zac Efron.
Fan.
All right. Kanye's abortion speech the other night.
I'm a fan because I love that he's bringing attention to, the horrors of abortion and the realities of abortion. I think that he definitely shared some personal stuff between him and Kim that I don't think that she was briefed on, that he was going to be sharing that. I don't think she wanted that out there. I don't blame her, and now North is going to know that. Like,
yeah.
She'll know that her parents, thought about aborting her. And maybe that would have been something in private that Kim and Kanye would have disclosed to her when she got older, that they, struggle with that, but that they're so glad that they didn't make that decision. I don't know. But obviously, I don't blame Kim for being completely ticked off. Yeah. But it's hard because he's struggling with, his disorder, his bipolar disorder. And you can't, like, obviously with the tweeting and stuff, you can't control when they go in these, manic episodes. They just say, like, impulsive things. And, some of it's not even true. Like, Kanye went off last night saying he's been wanting a divorce and she cheated on him with Meek Mill when they, supposedly went to go talk about prison reform in the Waldorf Astoria Hotel. And then TMZ just reported a couple hours ago that that's not true. They were not in private. They were in a public restaurant. There were witnesses. Everyone saw them. They only talked about prison reform. She literally got up. She left the restaurant by herself. Like, that was it. I mean, there's witnesses to say she didn't cheat. She didn't do anything. But, like, Kanye in his mania right now is just like, she cheated on me. I've been wanting a divorce. You know what I mean? And so I thought it was interesting that Kim came out and said, basically asked for grace for him and for his family dealing with this. And they were like, it's different when you have an adult in your family that has bipolar disorder or any type of mental illness, because they have to, on their own as an adult, say, I need help. I want to get help. You can't force them. It's different when you have a minor, when it's your child, you'll be like, I'm dragging your butt to
the hospital,
to the hospital, but you can't do that with him. He has to want to. So I was happy to see that she made that statement and then signed it, Kim Kardashian West, implying there's no, I took it as she's saying there's no divorce happening here. I'm you know, he's saying crazy stuff. We're not getting divorced. He's just going through it. I love him. We're working through it. Please, you know, give us some understanding at this time. Which I think is humiliated.
One thing that I respect a lot about Kim is she stands by him. No matter what he does, he can do the craziest things, but that's her husband, and she stands by him. So I respect that a lot.
I do too. I hope she keeps that up and that we don't see their marriage break apart, because I'll be devastated, because that's exactly what I admire about her too.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, that was it for my questions.
Okay, yay. Well, this was good. Thank you so much, Alex.
And Alex, is there anything else you'd want to put out there before we go?
I would just like to say that, you know, my name is Alex Clark. I host Poplitics. It's a daily show that's very short. It's like 5, 6, 7 minutes on weekdays at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific on Instagram at Poplitics. And I just cover pop culture through a conservative perspective. There's no leftist propaganda. That's it. Straight no chaser. It's super fun. We have a whole community of girls, which is how Bailey and Mallory met, which I'm so excited about, called Cuteservatives. And we have a Facebook group that you can join too called Cuteservatives if you're interested in meeting more like-minded young women. So we would love to have you as a part of our little family.
Awesome. Thank you. And then my one last request for you, Alex, before you go is, would you be able to say goodbye those other girls in your Cinderella voice?
Oh, well, I can say the word goodbye, but in her voice.
Okay, that works.
I can say those other girls, but I'll do my best. Okay.
Okay, perfect.
To those other girls, goodbye.
Oh,
perfect.
That was good.
My one impression. It's really not that impressive.
It impresses me.
That was good. Yeah, I was so impressed.
Oh my gosh, love you guys. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you guys for watching today's episode of Those Other Girls. Make sure you also listen wherever you get your podcasts.
Yes, and make sure you subscribe, you like, you comment, and you share this with all of your friends.
And make sure you follow us at Those Other Girls Podcast on Instagram.